Hello everyone, it's Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone's doing good. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys, on this lovely Monday morning for me, guys. Absolutely. Guys, look, you know what? I'm not going to start the show. Look, I've seen many fan channels and stuff starting the show like this, right? They'll be like this, right? They'll be like this. They'll be like, it's not that I'm against Ruben Amorim. It's not that I'm against him. I support him, but they're planting a little bit of seeds in there. There's those little seeds that they're planting at the moment against the manager. They're planting these anti-Ruben Amorim seeds, just indirectly, subtly putting it in there. I'm not against him. I support him, but that sort of thing, and it drives me mad, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, 3 months into his reign, and people were already doing this. You know what I mean? You know what? I support him. I back him. But, you know what I mean? Those ones. And you see them all the time. You know what I mean? Just support him. I back the manager. I'm Ruben Amorim in. I don't care what the players say or what the players do. I'm Ruben Amorim in. Exactly, guys. Guys, before I start, I know you think I've already started, but please don't forget to smash a like on the video. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you guys can do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's read some of your comments, guys, real quickly. Let's have a look. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Are we doing well? 91 likes already, guys. Can we get that up? Actually, good morning, Conrad. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. How was your weekend? Very well. Thank you very much for asking, my friend. I've done a number of things, just enjoyed myself at the weekend. To be honest with you, no Man United, so it's a little bit more relaxing after Friday, of course. It was a relaxing time. But yeah, nice weekend. How was yours? Hope yours was gravy, my friend. Absolutely. So, look, I'm gonna get straight into this because I've been seeing this a lot. You know what I mean? I've been seeing various fan channels. They start the stream and they're like, you know what? We're gonna have a real talk now. We're gonna have a real talk about this manager. I'm not against the manager. But this, but that, but this, but that. It's just, you know what you're doing, bruv. You know what you're doing. You know that you're planting the seed. You know what you're doing, mate. You're planting the seed for people to be anti-Ruben Amorim. It's stupid. Big up, everyone. If the fan channel expected Ruben to be polished a bunch of turds in the prime Barcelona by now, absolutely terrible. At the end of the day, I said it on my short video earlier on. I posted a short video. Go and check it out, guys. A short video I posted up earlier on in regards to Ruben Amorim. In regards to, big up, Pearl, by the way. Hope you're doing well. In regards to the manager, and basically expecting players to be prime Barcelona or prime Manchester United, so to speak, back in the early 90s. The Manchester United of 98, 99, the Manchester United of 2007, 2008. Or expecting Peter Crouch to become Ronaldinho all of a sudden, and this is becoming, and Dalot to become Cafu. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy when you think about it. And you know what? People this unrealistic expectation from the bunch of players that we have right now, and what they're doing is now they're starting to lay the seed into blaming the manager. Of course, guys, blaming the manager for that pile of crap. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it makes me laugh. And we've been down this road before. We've seen this book before. We've watched this movie before. That is how it is, guys, at the end of the day with some people. And you can't change them. I guess the negativity brings clicks. I don't know. I guess it does. I'm not against the manager. I'm not against him. But you know what? We need to have a serious conversation about Ruben Amorim. Come on, guys. Come on. At the end of the day, listen to me. Listen, guys, you don't have to, but if you know, it might help. You know what I mean? What I would say is that, Ruben Amorim is coming to this football club and he hasn't had a pre-season. No pre-season at all, guys. None, right? Pre-season is like 2 months, right? You spend all that time with the players. You get to know the players. You get to know them personally. You get to know their skill set, etc. He hasn't had that. He has not had that yet. You know what I mean? And this is what people fail to grasp in the peanut brains that they have. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's no offense. They fail to grasp that. And it's like, coming into a football club that was already in disarray, right? Trying to implement a tactics that is unique and new, right? And then, you know what? With players who are not his, you know, I've said it 100 times. Sal, why did Amram play Dorgu out of position and put Dalot as playing foot? Because he has no one else, Conrach. He has no one else. Dalot and Dorgu are the only two wing backs at Manchester United. Mazraoui is a fullback. You know, you could argue that even Dalot is a fullback, but Mazraoui is a fullback. He has to try different things. Over his time at Sporting Lisbon, he was playing inverted wing backs. And to be honest with you, we don't have the squad. You know, at the end of the day, we don't. The only player that is his is Dorgu. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And we wouldn't say that Mazraoui could play left wing back or right wing back, because at the end of the day, when he plays wing back, he doesn't go forward. And the problem with the formation is that it is a 3-4-2-1. You know, it's not a 5 at the back, is it? It's not a fullbacks, 2 fullbacks. It is a 3-4-2-1. So we need players to go forward quickly. The only ones that could do it, effective or not, is Dalot and Dorgu. That's it. And that's why they were both played. And he likes the inverted. He likes that. But I did see rotation in there. Now, this is the whole point I'm making. You know, experiments will be made. Experiments will fail. The reason these experiments will be made and these experiments will fail is because he hasn't had a pre-season to experiment. You know what I mean? He hasn't had a pre-season to experiment. So he's going to have to experiment now. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Dalot hasn't played good at right wing back either. You know what I mean? He hasn't played good at right wing back either. I mean, at the end of the day. So what do? You know? Thank you so much, SLD. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see the legends in the house, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Smash the likes. Thank you so much, SLD. Absolute legend. Thank you very much, my friend. Really good to see you guys in the stream, guys. Absolutely. Now, a little bit of transfer news for the summer. I'm going to give you some news in regards to strikers. Right. Ruben Amram wants 2 Manchester United signings. And those 2 signings are strikers. Man United want 2 strikers to fit the void up front next season. Now, Man United are extremely short on strikers, including Rasmus Højlund, who could be loaned out in the summer. Guys, Rasmus Højlund could be loaned out in the summer, and Manchester United could be bringing in the likes of Victor Osimhen and Gutierrez. Not one of them, not one or the other. Victor Osimhen and Gutierrez. Now, what do I think of this? I think this will be absolutely fantastic. If this happens, it'd be brilliant. I think we do need 2 strikers. I think we need cover in those areas. We're not scoring goals. This is the problem that Man United are having at the moment. So, look, loaning out Rasmus Højlund, I don't think it will be a bad idea. Man United will suffer with FFP if they sold Rasmus Højlund for less than 45 million euros, guys. So, no one is going to be paying that money for Rasmus Højlund at the moment. At the moment, absolutely not. Afrosuit, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I noticed that when we are playing at home, players seem afraid to take risks and too scared. Yeah, it's been like that for a little while. You know what? There is a problem when you play at home, and there was a number of teams have had this problem. My local team, where I was raised, Leyton Orient, right? They used to win. They used to have the record amount of away wins. They used to be the team that used to win away, and when they play at home, they couldn't win. They couldn't win. And no one could quite put their finger on it. No one could quite understand why they can't win. They couldn't win. And to be honest with you, it is a conundrum. Manchester United fans, obviously, there's a toxicity around Manchester United. There's an intensity when you go to Old Trafford that, you know what, you go on the pitch and there's an expectation. You remember when we had the COVID season and there were no fans in the ground? Have you noticed how good we were at home? Have you noticed how good we were at home? How good we were when we were playing without any crowd? That shows you that they are affected by the mental block, what's going on at the moment. These players are affected mentally. That is the problem at Manchester United at the moment. And, you know, we have to combat this. This is why when Man United go after new signings, they're going to have to learn about the personalities and things like that, in my opinion. And because home form is imperative. Home form is so important. It is so important, guys. To win at home, it is so, so important. I got a little cut under my chin. Sorry, guys. I got a little cut under my chin. Sorry. Yeah, home form is very, very important, guys. And to be honest with you, I feel like, you know, we need to fix that because our away record isn't as bad as people think. It's not as crazy as people think. You know what I mean? But home form is bad. And we used to lose 1 game at home back in the day. We used to lose 1 game at home. Nowadays, we've lost 6 out of 5, guys. 6, no, was it 5? We've lost 5 out of 7 right now. And that is not good enough. Amram should try Onana as a striker and use Bayinda in goal. I agree. Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. 2 strikers and Rasmus on loan sounds like a good idea. SLD, this is what I'm hearing. Man United can't sell Rasmus because they need to get a certain amount of money for him to help. If they sold Rasmus, it will be a bad and detrimental on FFP, so they can loan him out. Man United can loan him out, and Man United can bring in players if they can do that, of course. Darren, don't want the club to give up on Højlund just yet. I mean, it's up to Rasmus. It's up to Ruben Amram, isn't it, Darren, at the end of the day? You know, there's only so far we can push it. I do believe that he would benefit from a loan. I do believe that. I think if he went on loan, we're not giving up on him. We're going to see how he does on loan. If he goes somewhere, if he goes to France or Germany or Italy again, it depends what's going to happen, isn't it, with Rasmus Højlund at the end of the day, you know. I like him. I've seen his capabilities. I have seen his capabilities. But one thing I would say is that, you know, I think he needs a little bit of experience elsewhere, if I'm being honest, guys. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Man United are looking for strikers in the market. Anyway, big up SLD. What's the Rashford playing last night? Or his twin? He was winning headers and pressing. Yeah, but let's see how long that lasts, guys. Let's see how long that lasts. The biggest issue with Manchester United right now is players like Rashford. Players like Rashford. And I'll give you an example, guys. I'll give you an example of what the problem is at Manchester United. And this, if a picture told 1,000 words, it is this picture right here, guys. This picture tells you 1,000 words about the problems at Manchester United at the moment. This is the problem. This is the problem. Look at that. Look at that, guys. We are Manchester United. Look at this. Freedom, says Sancho. Freedom from what? 350 grand a week. 350 grand a week. 76,000 people spending hard-earned money to watch you play, and you've got freedom. Are you an absolute flipping SCU? See you next Tuesday? Are you an absolute see you next Tuesday? Are you? Well, definitely Sancho is, because that comment tells you everything you need to know about the character, about them, and about the influence within Manchester United. This shows you everything you need to know about these players. This shows you everything you need to know about the problems at Manchester United. This sums it all up, guys. Absolutely. This sums it all up. A picture like this tells 1,000 words. 1,000 words this does. Absolutely. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. When I saw that, I was like, what the hell is this? Do you know what I mean? What the hell is this? Absolutely disgusting show of support for what? Supporting what? Underperforming? Underperforming? Is that what you're supporting? Underperformance? It's disgusting, man. It really is. So there was the let me have a look. Mr. Mir, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Liverpool out of the FA Cup, guys. You know what, guys? When is the FA Cup draw, by the way? Fill me in. I'm waiting for the FA Cup draw. Is it tonight? Is it tonight? Because you know what? This FA Cup draw is taking its time, really, isn't it? I guarantee you Man United will play Man City. How much you want to bet Man United play Man City? They're going to end up playing Man City, absolutely. Darren, out of the cup FC, absolutely, out of the cup pool. Yeah, you know what? I want to laugh. I want to laugh. I just hope that Man United can get a decent result against, you know what, Tottenham at the weekend. Of course, absolutely. Let's wait and see. Sancho saying freedom, but he's holding Chelsea hostage. Absolutely, SLD. Freedom from what, though? No, this drives me mad, because at the end of the day, these players are over-pampered, spoiled little brats. That's what he is at the end of the day. He's a chubby, over-pampered, spoiled little brat. That's it. Overrated. Simple. He just needs to be quiet. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, the worst thing they said in life, right? Someone said it to me. The worst thing you could possibly do is make a stupid person famous, make a stupid person rich. That is what they've done. Man United have made stupid people rich. That's what they do very, very well. Stupid people are getting rich off Man United. Madness. Against Argyle, Plymouth Argyle, bottom of the championship, by the way, Mr. Mir. Bottom of the championship, Miss Argyle, of course. Man City nearly lost to Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient have made a good account of themselves, very good account of themselves, and were unlucky to lose in the end. Absolutely. Draw tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mir. Thank you very much. I thought so, because I was wondering why the draw wasn't here. I went to bed, obviously 4 hours ahead of England. And I was thinking, is the draw going to be tonight? And you lose track of time and stuff like that. Darren is on the one show on BBC around 7 p.m. Thank you so much, Darren. Thank you very much, my friend. I needed to know that. Definitely. Absolutely. Man United are going to get Man City. Man United are going to get Man City. Trust me. Man United are going to get Man City. Believe it, you heard it here first. Player FC is almost buried now thanks to Sancho and Rashford depart. Just let's hope they stay out of the football club Afro suit, because I'm tired of these little sly little remarks. Do you know what I mean? From very uninspiring people, because that's what they are at the end of the day. They're just very, very, very greedy, manipulative, lazy players who are overpaid, and that is how I would put it. Leyton Orient did well. They did, Darren. They did very well. Leyton Orient, obviously, I was born in Leyton, Leytonstone, to be honest, as people know. But Leyton was the local football club. I lived behind Leyton Orient, was my back garden, basically. I used to have a floodlight in my garden. And they've done very well. They've done very well. Worked for them, and they got a great culture at that football club. It's a proper football club. Absolutely, and an old school football club, and I'm glad they made a good account of themselves and they didn't lose 5 or 6 like some Premier League teams will do. Of course, absolutely. Almac, I was reading that United are interested in striker Matteo Retegui, who has scored 20 league goals plus 3 assists at Atalanta, just 22 games. I recommend it. Yeah, I think you said that before, Almac. I know that you don't like Rasmus Højlund, but we can't sell Rasmus Højlund unless we get 42 million for him, something like that. So I don't think Rasmus Højlund is going anywhere unless we get Rasmus Højlund on loan. We're not interested in Retegui at the moment. Even though Retegui is a good player, we're not interested in him at the moment. I would like Retegui. He's a great player. But at the moment, it doesn't look like we're in for him. We should be in for him, if we're being honest. Not to say we won't be in for him. But I do believe that we have to sort out Rasmus Højlund first. If we can sort out Rasmus Højlund, then it becomes open and who we can bring in. Absolutely. What's going on? Darren Morris, how are you doing, my friend? I bet we get Villa in the cup. You know what, Darren? We're going to get a difficult game. Trust me. We're going to get a difficult game. You know what I would say? I think we're going to get Man City. I've got a feeling we're going to get Man City, but I won't be surprised if we get Aston Villa. I won't be surprised, guys, because that is what they do. But the benefit of that is if we get Man City, if we knock out Man City or we knock out Aston Villa, there's not many teams left. Arsenal are out, Liverpool are out, Tottenham are out. You know what, Man United, if the draw goes their way, you never know what can happen. If we can avoid some of these teams up into the final, you never know what can happen. We saw what happened last year with, obviously, Erik ten Hag winning the FA Cup, of course. So you never know what can happen, can you? You know what I mean? Absolutely. Big up, Darren, by the way. Hopefully Chelsea buy Rashford from us so we can link up with Sancho. Dumb and dumb. Absolutely, SLD. They are dumb and dumb, isn't it? Thank you. Very, very good comparison there. They are a bit like Dumb and Dumber. They are. Do you know what I mean? Both of them are. They're both dumb, and they're both dumber as well at the end of the day. Yeah, definitely. You know what? Just greedy, manipulative, lazy attitude. That's all it is. And I'm not surprised that Rashford didn't play well yesterday. I'm not saying that he went brilliant, but the only thing what he did, which was different, was that he was challenging for headers, as the comment said. He was challenging for headers and running. And we knew this. This is what we expected was going to happen, because there's no better opportunity for Marcus Rashford than to show Ruben Amorim up. That's what he wants to do. He wants to show Ruben Amorim up and show that we made a mistake. What mistake? We've been watching you for 24 months, mate. Walking on the pitch, mate. Walking. You know what I mean? Not challenging. So at the end of the day, he was bound to do this. This is what Rashford does. This shows you the character that he is. This is confirming that the character that he is. It doesn't take skill. It doesn't take tactics to run. It doesn't take that. It doesn't matter what tactics you are playing, you run. And you know what? He's not running for Man United, and he ran for Aston Villa. There you go. Absolutely. That would be lovely. That would be lovely, though. I would love to see Dumb and Dumber go back. No, that will go to Aston Villa. That would be great, isn't it? Dumb and Dumber, or to Chelsea at the end of the day. Well, Chelsea have to buy Jadon Sancho unless Chelsea lose every single one of their games for the remainder of the season. Imagine they lost every one of their games for the rest of the season and they end up 15th and we get Sancho back. My goodness. Awkward. Absolutely. No, look, you know what? Yeah, good riddance to bad rubbish. Absolute good riddance. I'm glad they're gone. I'm glad they're not at the football club anymore. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Rashford won't be here next season, because we do not need that problem. We don't need this issue at Manchester United. It just causes a whole bundle of negativity that at this present time, we do not need. Now, guys, The thing is, I came on this show. I want to talk about Ruben Amorim, and I want to talk about people who criticize things. You can criticize Ruben Amorim. No one is saying you can't criticize, but you have to understand the context of within what is happening at the moment, right? In regards to changing the team, playing players in certain positions, he's trying things. He's trying things, right? And the reason he's trying things is because he doesn't have a preseason. He hasn't had a preseason. And when you haven't had a preseason, you don't have the luxury of spending 2 months with the players. So you don't know exactly what the best team is. Now, he's going to make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes. And this we have to own up to. Now, you know what? Man United need a couple of more wins in the Premier League just to ensure that we move up the league a little bit. Then I would see the Premier League as a sort of glorified preseason. A preseason with more intensity. That's what I would call the Premier League this season. Because Man United not going to qualify for Europe via the Premier League. Man United not going to qualify for the Champions League via the Premier League. I do believe that we should I say, start experimenting in the Premier League. We have to win the Europa League. We know that. We might have to win the FA Cup, right, to qualify for Europe. But we have to start experimenting on things so we are ready by next season. The best thing about Ruben Amorim coming in mid-season is the fact that he can experiment now. You know what I mean? He can start playing certain players in certain positions and learning from it. That's the only way we're going to proceed. That's the only way we're going to progress, of course. Big up, my friend. Big up, Darren. Big up, my friend. He wasn't of the level of any of the video attacker players. Villa must already be regretting. He ain't on the level. Stanley, big up Stanley Matthews. Look, you know what? He ain't on the level of the players that they have. Obviously, Marlon. You know, obviously Leon Bailey. You know, they have obviously Ollie Watkins that come back in that team as well. They have a number of players. I mean, Asensio did very well when he came on yesterday. I think Asensio. I wouldn't have minded Asensio at Man United, by the way. I thought Man United could have done a deal with Asensio. I think Asensio is a great player. I really do. And look, you know what? They have a lot of a barrage of good players there at Aston Villa. Why do they have more better players than Man United? I don't know. But you know what? It's just the nature of the beast at the moment in regards to Man United, isn't it? Darren, Rashford was not a team player, more like me, myself, and I. That's what he is, and that is what Sancho is as well, Darren. And you know what? We need to get rid of that virus because he is a virus. At the end of the day, he started off as a very humble lad. You know, I mean, a Manchester lad, very humble, you know, likable character, and he's just turned into a horrible person. Do you know what? At the end of the day, I think I heard it from, who did I hear it from? I don't like what Warren Barton, no, is it Joey Barton says sometimes? Joey Barton. It was Joey Barton. I don't know what, I don't agree with everything Joey Barton says, but what he said resonated with me. He said, when Ruben Amorim walked into that football team, right, he saw that Rashford was in America with a big fluffy jacket with Louis Vuitton written all over it, looking like a rapper with all his jewelry, right? So basically, Ruben Amorim took it upon himself to say, I would have shot him out of a cannon myself to another club. And this is all about how you perceive success. How do you perceive success, right? If you want to be successful at Manchester United, at any football club in the world, it's the small details that matter the most, right? Going to New York 48 odd hours before a game in a big fluffy Louis Vuitton jacket. Look at me. You know what I mean? With chains all over. It's not preseason, mate. It's not preseason. And you're highlighting yourself to the world and people are looking at you even more, which means that you want the eyes of the world to be on you, right? He wants the attention. It's all about me, myself, and I. Absolutely what Darren says. He wants the attention. If he didn't want the attention, he wouldn't be walking around looking like a sheep, right? With Louis Vuitton written all over it. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So Ruben Amorim was right to get rid of Marcus Rashford. Now, a lot of people are going to start using this Marcus Rashford thing against Ruben Amorim. Now, that is when I know that they're not really United fans. They're basically vibes fans. They're vibes fans. They're fans that care more about Player FC than the actual football club itself. You know, if you either love the football club, you either love the badge or you love a certain player. And I'm afraid that these fans love players. So my advice to these so-called fans would be go to Aston Villa. Support Aston Villa. Go there. You know what I mean? Because you're not wanted at the end of the day. Invincible, what's going on, my friend? I'll be doing well. You can't play beautiful football or dominate games without a proper number 10. Spot on, Invisible. I do believe that Manchester United need a new number 10. I've been saying this for a long time now. We can have anyone up front, my guy. We can have anyone up front. We're not going to score goals if we don't have a proper number 10. Absolutely spot on. Bruno, what do you make of Bruno? Bruno defies logic, right? It defies opinion as well. And at the end of the day, you know what? What is your opinion on Bruno? Can we go forward with Bruno in the team? Do you think Bruno's going to be that guy to take Man United to that next level? Do you think that? Even Asensio who came on was better. Asensio was good when he came on. I'm a big fan of Asensio. I think Asensio's a great player. I wouldn't have minded him at Man United, guys. I would not have minded Asensio at Man United. Absolutely. So we need a ball playing midfielders, not Mainu, so that Bruno can play a free role. I'm not sure about Bruno. I'm being honest, Conrad. Much love to you, brother. But you know what? I'm not sure about Bruno. I think Bruno needs to pick it up. He's the experienced player in there. Look, I'm not going to single out kids here. Kids in, i.e. Rasmus and Mainu and players like that, because they're young, you know what I mean? And you could give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, Mainu's played a lot of football over the last year or so. He played throughout the Euros, didn't he? And to be honest with you, the big problem at Man United is the guy who's running the ship right now, the captain of the ship. You know what I mean? That is Bruno. Bruno needs to do more. You know, as a player for Manchester United, he needs to do more. And Bruno needs to pick up his performances. Really does. And I would target the experienced players before I target the youth players, because I believe that Mainu, I believe that Euro, I believe that Ugarte, I believe these players are the future, and Garnacho are the future of Manchester United. And the rest of them, they need to pick it up. Big up, Conrad. He's just a wannabe rapper. So glad we got rid of. I mean, the problem is, Darren, is that, you know what? He's not signed for Aston Villa yet. And I really do hope that he does end up signing for Aston Villa. I really do, because you know what? He might not do well there. And Aston Villa might say, you know what? Nah, we're going to pass on that, because there's no obligation. There's an option, but no obligation. The only obligation is with Jadon Sancho, isn't it? So Jadon Sancho has to sign for Chelsea. I bet you, guys, if Chelsea had the option not to sign Jadon Sancho, they would pass on the offer. Trust me there. Trust me. He's fouled. Ultimately, he's fouled at Chelsea. He's fouled. He hasn't set the world alight, right? So he's going to be a 25 million coming. Is it 25 million or something? 30 million coming to Manchester United in the summer. Fantastic. Now, in regards to Rashford, there's no obligation, unfortunately. There could be an option to buy, but there's no obligation. We want Rashford to do well. I want Rashford to do well, because if Rashford does well, we get money for Marcus Rashford. Teams will be more interested in Marcus Rashford. Teams will be after Marcus Rashford if he starts scoring some goals, because we all know what Marcus Rashford can do. If he plays well, hopefully there are more interested parties in regards to him. Bruno loses the ball too much, and when he loses it, half and defense gets his spot. I agree, Stanley. He's not a number 8. Definitely not a number 8. I believe we have to move on from the Bruno period now. I think we do need to move on from that. I don't think he's a good captain. I'm sorry, guys. I don't. I think he throws his arms around too much and plays the blame game. He's not inspirational. He doesn't inspire. He comes out with the odd good ball. Fair enough. Like, for example, the ball that we scored against Leicester City in the FA Cup. He does come out with the odd ball, but he does hero balls. And with every 100 hero balls, you're going to get at least one or two ones that hit the money on the head, isn't it? I could throw a dart blindfolded. I'm going to hit the money on the head eventually, isn't it? At the end of the day. And this is Bruno. This is Bruno. You know what I mean? And I just feel like Man United needs someone who hugs the ball more, looks after the ball more, and is a more of a creative inspiration in the team. And because we have 5% of the less in Europe. In Europe, we have the 5% least amount of passes in the box in Europe. It's crazy. SLD, I think eventually we need to phase out Bruno, quality player on the ball, but passes by my agree. He suits a counter-attacking team, and he just loves Hollywood pass. You know what? This is why SLD, you make a very good point in regards to the counter-attacking team. Man United this team right now are designed for counter-attacking football. This is where the problem happens. And the counter-attacking football obviously started along with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And that's why Bruno had his best period around that period, isn't it, when he signed for Man United? Because we were playing counter-attacking football. When we're playing a game on the ascendancy, when we're playing games that are intense and we have to go on the front foot, he can't do it. He can't do it. He can't. We can only do counter-attacking football. When you think about counter-attacking players, we have that sort of IQ of our players that only can play that type of football, including Marcus Rashford. He's the counter-attacking type of player. He's not the type of player that will be in the ascendancy and try and take games by the scruff of the neck, of course. Now, with counter-attacking football, you can only go so far. You can win a couple of cups, maybe, you know what I mean? But you can't win titles playing counter-attacking football. It doesn't work. Because at the end of the day, you're going to come up against teams, right, that are the low block. You're going to come up against the low block, and these low block teams, you're going to have to break them down. You can't play counter-attacking against the low block, and that's the problem with it. And Man United have been having this problem for a long time now. Man United have this problem now. Man United find it very hard to defeat the low block. Now, when Garnacho came on, what I'm really impressed about Garnacho recently is Garnacho has been taking it upon himself to cross the ball. He's been crossing the ball a lot more. He's setting up goals now. Garnacho's getting that right now. Garnacho is improving. He's getting that right. Ahmad has to prove. He takes too many touches on the ball. Ahmad is taking too many touches on the ball. He needs to just get that ball in there. He needs to get that ball in there. That is what Garnacho is doing. Garnacho has changed his game, and he's making the right decisions now. The goal came from Garnacho, you know, and when Garnacho came on the pitch, he made a positive influence on the team, which was brilliant. And I'm glad about that. And we have to start building a team around these guys. Of course, we have to bring in some experience. We have to bring in some more quality, because at the moment, we don't have that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, guys. But we hope that Tottenham on Sunday, again, Man United playing on Sunday, guys. I don't know why Man United keep playing on the Sunday. It beggars belief. I do not know why we're playing on Sunday. But Man United are playing on Sunday against Tottenham, of course. Now, look, I want to beat Tottenham. And the reason I want to beat Tottenham is because Tottenham are in a similar position than us. It's basically nothing to play for, if you're being honest. All right, some people are saying, oh, we can still get relegated. We're not going to get relegated. But, you know, there's still, you know, prior to pay for. There's still a chance to move up that league. I would like Man United to finish in the top half of the league. You know what I mean? That would be great. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, to be honest with you. Man United finish in the top half of the league. I mean, I never thought I'd see the day where we're talking about Man United finishing in the top half of the league in February. You know what I mean? It's crazy how far we've fallen this season, of course, guys. It is disgusting. I mean, it drives me mad if I'm being totally honest with you guys. Absolutely. But when I look at the summer, I can't wait till we bring in on the summer. I can't wait till we build our team. I can't wait till certain players leave. And I can't wait till Ruben Amorim has his team there and his team is selected. Now, I started the show off as saying that I've seen a number of fan channels starting certain channels by the fact that, look, I'm not against Ruben Amorim, but we have to have a serious conversation. There's that but in there. That but can plant the seed for the anti-Ruben Amorim brigade. That's what it does. I'm not against Ruben Amorim. Let me get this straight. I'm supporting him all the way, but we have to have a serious conversation about this. And this is what I don't like. And I'm seeing this too much. I'm seeing this too much on the fan channels, the other fan channels out there. Stanley, we need players in the middle who can do line-breaking passes like Tillman's or Villa. Right now, we don't have any such players. Yeah, I agree. We don't have any proactive players, players who can bring the ball forward, who can pass between the lines. You know what I mean? Can keep the hold of the ball and look after the ball in intricate little spaces. We don't have that. You know, and this is a problem with us. We have very, how would I say it, mid-table type players. Unfortunately, this is a reality that we're going to have to look at the moment, that we do have a little bit too many mid-table type players. I'm sorry, but this is the reality that we're living in at the moment as Manchester United fans. We don't have players who bring the ball forward. We have players who like to look back rather than forward. When we're looking at the last game against Leicester City, we get the ball, we do it through steps, and then we pass back. Or we pass sideways or we pass back. That hasn't just been happening now. This has been happening since the days of Eric Ten Hag and those days gone by, of course. This has been a long time coming, these sort of things. You know what I mean? These things have been happening for a long time. And Man United need to be more proactive with the ball. Now, it's very hard to teach players, right, who do not have the set of skills to play a certain way. Like, you can't tell Scotland to play like Brazil. It just won't happen, will it? You can train them until the cows come home. But Scotland are not going to play like Brazil. You know what I mean? This is what it is. At the end of the day, this is reality. England are not going to play like Spain. Spain are not going to play like England. And at the end of the day, Man United can't play the ball forward. We're not intense enough. We're not intense enough. When Man United used to pressure teams so badly that teams surrendered. Teams surrendered against Man United. When we used to press, it was press, to the point they got so nervous that they wouldn't bring the ball out forward. They wouldn't counterattack. Man United just pressed and pressed and pressed. That's what we used to do. Then they would get the ball and they would try to do a little attack, but you can see that they were nervous. These days, it's like these players are like, oh, we get the ball, let them get back in their shape. Let's stand on the ball. Let's do that. Onana, the guy we bought for ball-playing goalkeeper. We bought the ball-playing goalkeeper, didn't we? But he sit up forward to the likes of Mainu and people like that up front. You know, look, Man United need a lot of work. And this is why I'm not going to turn against Ruben Amorim. And I agree with Ruben Amorim's stance in regards to taking chances and trying different things. Because at the end of the day, that is the only way we're going to try. We're going to find the best formation. We're going to find the best way to play. Are we still linked with Edison and Atta? They look good when he's still on our transfer wish list. SLD, he's still, Man United are still very interested in Edison, believe me. They're very interested in Edison. Edison has gone quiet because obviously Edison's price tag, Man United can't afford Edison at the moment, but it's a player that we'll be looking at in the summer. Don't be surprised if some of those players that we were linked with in the summer get resurfaced in the this summer. They resurface this summer. You won't. Don't be surprised. I mean, I bought up Dorgu in the summer. Dorgu, I told you guys that he was part of the Man United wish list, and Man United are interested in Dorgu. People are like, who's Dorgu? And you know what I mean, at the end of the day. But yeah, Man United are interested in Edison, and Man United will probably go in for Edison. I like Edison. I think Edison's a fantastic player. I do believe that Atalanta do produce some good players. They produce good players at their team. I mean, obviously, there's the other player, the Belgian player as well. It starts with K. De Kelly's. Oh, sorry, he's very good as well. You know, and Lookman is very good as well. Obviously, Lookman, you know what, played for Everton and didn't succeed. But you know what, you can't paint him with the same brush. He might have improved since then. They do have a few good players there. I would look at Napoli. Not Scott McTominay, guys, okay, for God forbid. But I would look at Napoli and I would look at some of their players. They do have a lot of good players there as well. They're smashing it in Serie A. They did draw at the weekend, though, with Udinese, but they are smashing it in Serie A at the moment, in my opinion. And I think they're going to, looking forward, you know, you look at their team, they've got a number of decent players in that team, of course. What happened to Koulibaly, by the way, guys? What happened to Koulibaly? You remember Koulibaly? You remember Man United were priced out of a move for Koulibaly? Do you remember that? What happened to him? He's disappeared. He went to Chelsea. Then what happened? Koulibaly. I don't know what happened to him. But you know what? At the end of the day, look, you never know who's going to be the player that will suit Man United. What Man United need to do, and you know what? I've said this a number of times. Man United need to not only sign a footballer, Man United need to sign characters. Man United need to sign the person, the personality as well. Because recently we've been buying players based on name, based on, you know what, their talent. But we're not looking at them as a all-round person. What Sir Alex Ferguson used to do is look at them as an all-round person, you know, and look at their private life. Are they married, etc.? And I've said this a number of times because I think this is very important. Is no substitute for having a settled player in regards to their personal life. The problem with Marcus Rashford is not settled in his life. He's not settled. You know, he's not married. He's not, you know, he's just living the high life every single week and partying every single week. When you're married, when you have kids, you know, all you want to do is go home to your family. That's all you want to do. And yeah, well, some people do, some people don't. But all you want to do is go home to your family, more or less. And this is why Sir Alex Ferguson wanted players that basically had a settled background. You know what I mean? And he would get to know their hobbies as well. What do you like doing in your spare time? You know what I mean? Things like that, you know, and what do you like to eat? You know, what time do you go to sleep and things like that? And these are just important as the football. Because when you play for Manchester United, you know what I mean? And I'll give another example. When Patrice Evra signed for Man United, when Patrice Evra went to Alex Ferguson for talks, he spoke to Alex Ferguson. When Patrice Evra spoke to Alex Ferguson said, "Are you ready?" He looked him dead in the eye. And he said, "Are you ready to win every single game? Are you ready to win every single game? Yes or no?" There you go. We look at our players dead in the eye right now, and we'll be like, "Are you ready to win every single game?" They become boss-eyed. They start seeing people on the side. Absolutely, that's what they do. You know what I mean? They're not ready to win every single game. They're not the character to win every single game. No, we never used to win every single game. But you aspire truly, not just say it, truly to win every single game at Manchester United. That is what you should be doing. You aspire to inspire. That is what Man United should be doing. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Now, guys, you know what? It is Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. A lot of people saying, if they don't win this game, I'm done with Ruben Amorim. I heard that. Believe you me, I've heard that. And I think it's crazy. To be honest, I think it's crazy because people are going to get on Ruben Amorim's back. And of course, many of the board are going to start feeling pressurized in regards to these idiots who are going to be calling them out. You know what I mean? After a few months. And as I say, I cannot stress that this Tottenham game is important. Of course, it's important. Every game is important for Manchester United. But what we have to understand is that right? I'm seeing this Premier League now as a pre-season with intensity. As I said, a pre-season with intensity. We lose. It's not the end of the world. It's not great, but it's not the end of the world. But what we have to try and do is find out a way to play, find our best team so that when next season comes, we are prepared. We know what's our best team. We know what to do. Celebrity Rashford is like an overpriced Zaha. Zaha used to play party as well, if I remember. Zaha, I think it wasn't the story goes like this, Zerkan. Wasn't the story like this that Wilfried Zaha had an affair with Moyes' daughter? I don't know how true that is, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it that Wilfried Zaha had an affair with Moyes' daughter, and after that, he got rid of him? Alex Ferguson's last signing was Wilfried Zaha. I think if Alex Ferguson stayed at Man United, Zaha would have become a fantastic player. He was already a good player, but he would have become the player that we all expected him to become because his skill set was incredible. I think if Alex Ferguson stayed, Wilfried would have flourished. I think when Alex Ferguson left, I think Wilfried Zaha felt a little bit disillusioned. And obviously he had an affair with David Moyes' daughter, which obviously is a no-no. Good morning, fan. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up yourself. Hope you're good, my friend. Hope you're good. MBE got into his head, his office filled out. I don't know why he got an MBE, to be honest with you, in regards to these books and stuff like that. I don't know. But, fair play to him. He got an MBE. He wrote some children's books and he got an MBE. And it maybe did get to his head. Maybe it did. He went, the biggest thing for me is that he signed with Rockefeller. If you know your history, you know who Rockefeller are. You know what I mean? And that obviously was a bad thing because Rockefeller is superstardom. That's Jay-Z. That's things like that. I don't know if he's still with Rockefeller, but he signed a deal with Rockefeller. Some things like that. You know what I mean? And we all know what Rockefeller represent. Do you know what I mean? Big up, Courtney. What's going on? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Really good to see you back in the stream. How you doing? Yeah, so, guys, the header of this show is that I was sitting there today. I woke up in the morning, as you do. I had my coffee. I turned on the TV and I thought, let me have a look at some of these channels, right? What they're saying. I watched the first 30 seconds and it'd be like this, right? It'd be like this. Guys, you know what? I support Ruben Amorim. Guys, I support Ruben Amorim. But we need to have a serious conversation, don't we? We need to have a serious conversation. That sort of thing. I'm telling you, that bugs me because you know what you're doing, bruv. You know what you're doing. You know that you're planting the seed for fans to start saying, actually, do you know what? He's right. You know what? He's got a point there. Do you know what I mean? And that's when you start planting that seed, that's when it starts to become ugly and toxic. Ruben, you're going to start hearing the Portuguese this, the Portuguese that very, very soon. You're going to start hearing that. And I'm not here for it. Big up, Randy. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Rashford cannot develop further. He reached his ceiling. Watched him yesterday. It made me realize that we're not going to miss him, but he let me calm down. Irfan, one thing I would say about Rashford, and we would be lying if we didn't say this. Rashford has regressed since his debut. Rashford has he reached his ceiling a long time ago, and he's not Lionel Richie. You know what I mean? I don't think he's quite dancing on the ceiling, but he reached a former ceiling, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, and he has declined since then. I would argue that Marcus Rashford is not the player he was when he broke into the scene all those years ago, scoring all those goals. You know what I mean? For example, scoring headed goals. When is the last time he scored a headed goal at the end of the day? You know, he's not that player anymore. You know what I mean? And I feel like he regressed a long time ago. And, partly is that to do with him, partly is to do with the inconsistencies around Manchester United, but ultimately you have to look at the man in the mirror. You know what I mean? You have to look at the man in the mirror and you have to take accountability for your own performances. And I think Rashford is not taking accountability for his own performances, just like Jadon Sancho is not taking accountability for his own performances. You know what I mean? It's all someone else's fault. Freedom on 360 grand a week. Freedom. God, give me some of that freedom, my friend. Give me some. If that is freedom, right? Please take me to jail. Please take me to jail. My goodness me, you could tie me up 370 grand a week. Freedom. My goodness me, disgusting. God blimey. What a bunch of teddy bears. Absolutely. Courtney, every cup results crazy. What happened to Liverpool? Absolutely. Liverpool get knocked out by the bottom team in the championship, Plymouth Argyle. English football for you. You never know. I mean, Leyton Orient almost done it against Man City, almost. But you never know what happens in English football. You never know, because at the end of the day, your FA Cup is the magic of the FA Cup. But don't be surprised if you know when a draw happens tonight, Man United draw out Aston Villa, Man United draw out Man City, something like that. Do you know what I mean? Don't be surprised if that happens, of course. I won't be surprised. Nice goal from Tell, the kind of poacher we need. Yeah, he came on. He did very well for Tottenham when he came on. Absolutely, definitely. Portuguese Sean Dyche. Yeah. God blimey. That's what we're going to be hearing. That is what we're going to be hearing very soon. Trust me. And I'm not here for it. Absolutely. Courtney, I think the FA Cup draw is later on today. Tonight, I think it is after the games, isn't it? I believe so. But don't be surprised. Number 10, Manchester City will play number 3, Manchester United. Oh, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. They warm the balls up. They warm the balls up. That's what they do in the FA. They warm the balls up. Trust me. That's what they do. Absolutely. Ish's words. I hope you're doing well, fan. I heard you weren't that well, brother. I hope you'll get better very soon, my friend. Hope you get better very soon. Prayers and thoughts are with you, my friend. Absolutely. 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 Yeah, so guys, look, you know what? I have been a little bit frustrated. I admit I've been a little bit frustrated with certain channels and stuff like that. You know, indirectly being Ruben Amram, doubting Ruben Amram and stuff like that. And it's been driving me absolutely crazy. So I thought I'll come on here today on Breaking Dawn and vent about it. Because at the end of the day, you know what? I'm tired of that sort of low IQ ball knowledge, you know, and because I see through it. I peep the game. And I see what these guys are doing. I see that they're planting seeds, because ultimately what a lot of these fan channels like is they like a little bit of dose of negativity. They do. So they like to plant a seed in there to start saying, ooh, is he the guy though? Ooh. So they get people, captivating people to come in. You know what I mean? Captivating these people to come in and start debating, start arguing, start this, start that. You know what? 3 months, not 3 years. For goodness sake, for crying out loud. It's been 3 months, not 3 years, guys. Mad. I was saying that a while back that we need a striker. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, Courtney. Obviously, the summer's going to be very, very interesting. Ineos are on fraud watch, Courtney. It is there. You know what? Proof is in the pudding. If we don't qualify for Europe, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Man United will miss out on about 30 million, of course, if we miss out on Europe. Hopefully, Man United do qualify for Europe, whether that's via the FA Cup. Hopefully, it's via the Europa League. Then we'll be in the Champions League. But you know what? They are on fraud watch. Man United are looking at strikers, but they have to support Ruben Amram. It's quite obvious that these players do not fit Ruben Amram's style. Sal said it so nice. Absolutely. Big up, my brother. Big up, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I'm sure that would happen, Sal. We normally get a draw against tougher teams. We are close to. Look, at the end of the day, look, you never know what's going to happen in the FA Cup. The luck in the draw, isn't it? But then again, Man United did beat Man City and Liverpool last season, didn't they? They actually did well to beat those teams in the FA Cup last season. Man United, I do fancy us against certain teams. I even fancy us against Man City. I do. We've beaten them this season away from home. I do fancy us. I actually think that Man United's best bet is to play away from home these days. I mean, used to be like, oh, please give us a home draw. Please give us a home draw. Nowadays, it's like, please give us an away draw, because we don't play good at home anymore. Whatever reason that is. For whatever reason that is, we seem to not play good away from home. We get pressured by the crowd, I think. Man United crowd are very pressurizing. Sal, pronounce it. Nah, mate, I'm not South African, mate. I'm English, British, born and bred, mate. English, Leytonstone, mate. Living in the UAE. That's what I am, my friend. Absolutely. That's what I am. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Yeah. Guys, 1 second. Don't you dare Don't you dare. This is the United Kingdom of United Kingdom. Look at this. Don't you dare. Look, guys. Look. I'm not going to give the number of my passport. I won't do that. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? It's prettier me. It's a prettier me. Don't you be going calling me South African. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm not. Absolutely. Yeah, guys. Yeah, you kept it. There you go, guys. I noticed that United is quite serious about Quenda. Sorry for the spelling, mates. They attended his game over the weekend and his plan. Yeah, fan. Yeah, I mentioned this weeks ago in regards to Man United. I'm very interested in Quenda. He is high on Manchester United's priority list. Quenda wants to come to Manchester United. Quenda wants to play under Ruben Amorim again. And I welcome Quenda. I do welcome Quenda. You know what I mean? And we need more depth in that squad. Absolutely. He's a great player. He's a great player. He's a young player. He's a player that can be developed as well. So, absolutely. Big up. Courtney, does the FA Cup get you Europa League or Conference League, considering our position in the table right now? The FA Cup gets Europa League only. That's it, Courtney. Only winning the Europa League gets us Champions League. Only winning Europe, unless we finish in the top 4. Only winning Europa League gets us Champions League. The FA Cup gets us Europa League. Nothing more. Nothing more. Yeah, right, Irfan. That's a South African passport. Absolutely. Irfan, I don't know if you... I know you can't spell, but can you read as well? Can you read? Read it. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. There you go, my friend. British, born and bred. Don't hate, appreciate. Absolutely. There you go, guys. Don't worry. I'll pay for your visa next time you come to London. All right? Absolutely. Right. Big up. I want to go at coach semi-pro full time. Big up, Irfan. Do you think Xerxes should be given addition to the squad because it's heard we are buying 2 strikers and selling ours? We're getting one loan out. United. What I'm hearing is that Man United are looking to loan out Rasmus Højlund. We're keeping Xerxes by the sounds of it, and Man United are bringing in 2 more strikers. Hopefully we can do. Hopefully we can. Hopefully it's not hearsay. Hopefully it is the truth, guys. Hopefully we do, because Man United need goals. I mean, for crying out loud, we're scoring like one goal a month. 1 goal a month. That's what we're doing at the moment. We're scoring 1 goal a month. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Ignore my pink bag, by the way. This is pink, but don't worry about it. It's 2025. Absolutely. It's 2025. What else is in here? This is a nice bag, actually. Absolutely. This is a nice bag, yeah. It is. I won't wear it in the street, though. I'm in the UAE at the moment. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. So, guys, I want to thank every single one of you for joining me on this crazy show, of course, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. You're absolute legends, a lot of you. And you know what I would say is that, you know what? Just keep supporting the manager. Keep it real, guys. That's what I would say. Randy, Xerxes is the replacement for Bruno at number 10. Who knows what's going to happen? Big nose? Who knows? Big nose. We have to wait and see, of course, what happens with Xerxes, of course, and Man United going forward. I do believe Man United need a number 10. They do need a number 10. We need someone else who can create. We do. I really do feel like that. My friend, Kobe Mainu has got to play young 10. He is a great there. I agree, United. I agree, bruv. I agree, mate. I do agree that he is a good number 10. He's a better number 10. Overall, the overriding feeling is that Man United need to reshape their attack and their midfield. We really do need to fix that area of the pitch tenfold, as well as the wing backs position. We need to fix that midfield and attacking position and make sure that we got the right strikers and we got that we play the right team, of course. Thanks, guys. Stay well, Sal. Thank you so much. Glory, Man United. Big up, fan, my friend. Sal, you're really crazy in making jokes like your vibes keep it up. Thank you so much, Conrad. Thank you, bruv. I just keep it real, bruv. I'm not like one of those guys, you know what I mean, who have a Man United cap and call themselves a Man United fan and have 40,000 bots. Do you know what I mean? That's what they do, right? And then they pretend they're Man United fans. You can tell they got this little Man United cap on, right? And they're like, yes, with a Powerland Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And to be honest with you, like, that's what they do. That's what they do. And they're not me. I'm a realist as they come, guys. Absolutely. I'm a realist guy. I can prove anything you want me to prove. I have no hidings, of course. Thank you so much, Conrad. You legend. Absolutely. But man, what's going? Thanks for the crazy nice show. I feel crazy enough to keep supporting Man United. We have to be crazy to support Man United. Someone said to me the other day, I was having my hair cut. I mean, it does seem a long time ago now. Look at this. This is coming out like this now, right? Someone said to me the other day, right? Who do you support? No, he didn't come in. He didn't say that. Sorry, I was wrong. He saw me in my Man United top, right? One of my old ones. And he goes to me, he says, Man United. You support Man United. It's pretty obvious anyway. But yeah, he goes, you support Man United. I go, someone has to, don't they? And he laughed. He laughed. But you know what? I live in the UAE. I live in Abu Dhabi. I don't see a Man City fan in sight. There's no Man City fan. As long as you look, you can look beyond anywhere. You can travel on a camel. You will not find a Man City fan as far as you can look. Absolutely. Cheers, everyone. Great show. Thank you, Randy. Big up, Randy. Of course. Big up, everyone. Of course, guys. Absolutely. Absolute diamonds, legends. Smashing it. Absolutely, guys. Look, you know what? I'll be back later on for Chatterbox, of course. Guys, we need to get Chatterbox more hyped. We need to get more people tuning into Chatterbox, guys, because you know what? Doesn't compete with Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn is becoming like, you know what? The flagship show. The flagship show is actually Chatterbox of Stretford Post. It is actually Chatterbox. Chatterbox has been around since 2017. We need to get Chatterbox back up. It's like it's in the doldrums. We need to get it back up. Absolutely. Sane thoughts with me a lot lately, but there's no harm done, or do we become emotional? He knows we are on the same page and we love each other. We all love each other on this stream, guys. We all love each other. We joke around and this and that and whatnot. But guys, I hope that we can meet one day and we can have a chat about Man United. That'd be great, isn't it? That'd be fantastic. That'd be great. Whenever you're in the UAE, shout me a holler, bruv. Shout me a holler, because at the end of the day, I'll take you out, man. Trust me. Absolutely, guys. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And please don't forget to smash a like. Guys, also, please don't forget to put your notifications on. It's very important when I go live, because you never know when I go live. I'm sneaky like that. You never know when I go live, of course. But also, please, guys, you can click the videos, make video clips and stuff like that. And then, you know what, post them around the internet. That'd be great as well. Make fun. Do what you like. I don't care. Keep the name Stretford Post spreading around, because that's what we need, guys. At the end of the day, we need the Stretford Net Post name to be resonating, of course, guys. Absolutely. That's what we should be doing. I believe this is going to be, we keep growing. Listen, guys, we're literally, I'll be honest, how many are we from 7,000 subscribers now? We're literally less than 200 away from 7,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We're getting there, guys. We're going to keep moving. We're going to keep going up. The only way is up, baby. Absolutely. We're going up, guys. And you know what? Just keep spreading the word. Keep spreading the good message. Keep spreading the truth and the gospel, guys. Thank you, everyone. Let me just read these. We hitting over 100 likes, over 300. What consistent? Love it. So we move. Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much. We keep it going. We keep it moving. Thank you so much, brother. Absolutely. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, at the end of the day. And do you know what? 100K, here we come. It's going to get there. It will get there eventually, by hook or by crook. Take it easy, guys. Have a great day. And guys, don't forget to join me later on for Chatterbox. So important. Big show coming up. Take it easy, guys. And I lost my words there. I'm Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn. Take it easy, guys. Peace.